Just caught mine off of fanatics in the garden with my hands in the air. We back at it.
What's going on, everybody? You see it. We back, baby. That's right. Welcome to SKF Weekly. I'm your man, Ron. That is my brother, John, over there. And Jose would be here holding it down on 1 and 2, but today he's off. So we'll hold it down in spirit for him. But shout out to all you guys. John, how you feeling, brother?
Excited. I mean, we're here in the offseason. You know, lots to talk about, right? Summer League, a bunch of rumor mills, and there's some questions. There's some questions to be talking about.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. This is what's going on, people. We are here. First off, I just want to say happy Monday to all of y'all. Hope you guys had a good day. I know it was these past couple days has been really hot, so hope y'all made the best of it. And you are in good spirits, because I know yesterday I was cooking, bro. I was like, nah, this ain't for me. I tried my best, but I couldn't do it. So I stayed home. Once again, I went out to go to the store. And I said, nope, got to get back. Can't do it, bro.
Yeah, it was scorching yesterday. It was definitely hot.
Yeah, it was like too much for the kid. But I also want to say shout out to Knicks Twitter. They had the first annual Knicks Twitter Day this Saturday. It was held at the Brooklyn Sky Club, something like that. Listen, I'm not that familiar, but it was a gym, and they played tournament style basketball, different teams. There was Team Mills. If you guys know Mill Media, she's been on our show before, and she's definitely done a bunch of different things on her own. She had a team. Nickinator had a team. Knick Fan TV had a team. Knicks Film School had a team. The Strickland had a team. And there was another team that I'm forgetting. But yeah, there was different teams there, and it was pretty fun. It was a good time. I wrote a little something on Twitter about it, and basically I'm just going to reiterate it. I basically said that I wasn't sure if I was going to go, because it's not like it was something it's open to everybody, but it's not like they reached out to like still Knick fans or certain other content creators and say, hey, let's bring this together. So I wasn't sure if I, because they already had their thing. It's Knicks Twitter. I'm a YouTube content creator as well as John. So I'm like, I don't know. Is it for us? But I said, you know what? I'm going to go anyway. And I'm glad I did, because I do feel like sometimes there's a little bit of a separation between Knicks Twitter and Knicks YouTube. For no reason. We don't have no beef. We're cool. We just, for whatever reason, it tends to be this separation. It has to be classified. And, my whole thing is like, I'm all about bringing people together and doing things in the nature of sportsmanship and camaraderie and friendship. And also we're all Knick fans. So I just felt like it was good for me to show up there and really mingle with the people, because I don't really go to a lot of places. You guys know that. And so I thought it was good to go and just be a part of everything and see if I can help bridge the gap a little bit. But I will say that the event itself was a pretty damn good event, considering it's the first time they've ever done it. There's always going to be hiccups. Shout out to I Hate Sean. He was a big part, and I guess some Deems was another big part of organizing and putting everything together. It was also very dope to see that there was a guest appearance. Someone said they were going to show up, and he did show up. Ben Stiller was there, which I thought that was phenomenal that he actually showed up. It was cool. He came there. He took pictures with everybody. He did some commentating. The games were hosted by Christian Whitfield. He is the beat writer for the New York Knicks, as well as Kasim Fayyad. I think I said that right. I don't know. I might have said that wrong. But you guys have known he's had a show on MSG with Monica McNutt. So they hosted it, and it was pretty good to hear them chopping it up. It was pretty fun. But yeah,
Kasim is on with Melo these days, right?
yeah, Kasim is on with Melo. That's correct these days. Yeah. So shout out to them, man. It was pretty dope. It was a good time. Someone from MSG was there too, kind of doing a little filming and talking with the mic. But yeah, it was pretty dope. It was good times. So definitely, guys, if there's something you didn't know about, this is the first annual, so I think they're going to continue to do this going forward. Maybe next year it'll be even bigger, even better. So stay tuned for Knicks Twitter events going forward. But shout out to them, man.
And winning the first annual, not to
yes, and
the
winner of the first annual was Knick Fans TV.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, it was pretty dope. I also want to give credit to one of our own. He's a part of the Knicks community, so he shows love to everybody. But from our show, him as Dorkosaurus Rex. I call him D-Rex. He was out there and he was filming. And let me tell you something. D-Rex does his thing, bro. He's nice with the camera. He was doing camera work. He was doing video work. He's got slow-mos of stuff happening, and very dope. So shout out to him. This is just a picture you can see. I was there, people. We got Tony.
Right.
We got the ladies from Omni fans. We got Billy. If anybody knows Billy on X or on Twitter, Billy's a big name. He hosts a lot of spaces. He was there. He flew in from, I believe he's in Indiana. He flew in from out there. And then we see State. State had to make his appearance felt. So State was definitely in the building. But yeah, man, it was very, very dope. Let me see if I could show this one highlight, if I could find it just before we get going, because this is worth showing if I can find it real quick. Hold on. Let me just see. And so, John, I don't think I even got a chance to talk to you. How was your 4th of July, bro?
Oh man, it was good, man. Busy with the family. My son's in tournament ball, so right now playing baseball, and he was at a USA Beal tournament in New Jersey. His team came into the semifinals. Unfortunately, they lost 8-7. I forget to what the team they lost to, but they did well. Yeah, spend my days there, Saturday and Sunday. Friday, I was with the kids. Wife was working, so daddy daycare.
That's dope, bro. Hey, man.
Yeah.
This is what it's about, man. We got to enjoy this time. Once they get old and they don't need us anymore, it's a wrap.
It's true. I can't wait for that day.
Hold on. Look at come on. All right. Well. Listen, he was there. So let me at least put that up so it's real, because it's true. Yeah, so he was in the building,
that's dope.
And like I said, he was really cool, funny, joking with everybody. Real humble guy, man. I wish we had a lot of Knicks fans that were like this. I mean, we should be so lucky.
There should be more of them coming out to events like this. You know what I mean? And ex-players. You know what I'm saying?
Very
that would
true.
have been dope.
Very true. That definitely would have been dope. I know how I got to do it. I apologize, guys. I know why I can't find it. I need to type in the right thing. This will get it. Here we go. Yes, sir. This has got to do it. This has got to be it here, folks, because I'm sure everybody tagged him in it. Oh, there it is. Hold on. It's the slow-mo too. Hold on. All right, guys, check this out. This was one of the best moments of yesterday, and this happened like first possession for the pink team. You'll see what I mean by the pink team. Trippy, if you're watching this show or if you hear about it later, I'm sorry, bro. Sorry, Trippy. Oh man. All right, hold on. Let me hit the button here. So dudes have been going back and forth with each other. Oh, don't jump. If you jump, I'm a dunker. It's crazy. And the actually see it play out that way is nuts. Anyway, so that was pretty fun, guys. Pretty cool. Good experience. But shout out to the chat. Thank you guys for being here. Walter Blackman's in the building. What up, Walter? Good to see you. Salute. Crim's dad is in the building. What's going on?
Okay. What is this, a rap?
R's here. Shoot. All right, hold on. Let me
you gotta get the cadence. You gotta get the cadence of that.
I'll say it. Let me see. I'll come back. Lena Franklin in the building. Let's go. What up, Lena? All right. I gotta star all these puppies. Hold on. Star all these joints right here. Okay, Crim's dad. All right.
You got more raps?
No, he broke it down. Shout out to Jay Chosen in the building. What up, Jay Chosen? Good to see you, my guy.
Another artist.
Shout out to Nostalgic Knicks in the building. What up, Nostalgic?
Salute.
Good to see you. Shout out to Double D in the building. What up, Double D?
Yo.
Randu is here. Salute, Randu. Appreciate you. And thank you for being a member of the SKF Army as usual. Same to you, Crim's dad. Not too many people are in the chat typing. We got more people watching. So shout out to everybody that's actually tuned in. Appreciate you guys.
What's that? Double D put what? Yo, John, what sport your son? I mean, right now, he's playing 3 sports for his high school team. Soccer being one, basketball and baseball. He likes them all the same. I think he's leaning a little bit more to baseball, but I guess we'll see.
This man, he's a chip off the old block, but I mean, he's taking it to. I don't remember John
another
playing
level.
Stuff.
I ain't playing no soccer. No soccer.
Yeah.
I never played soccer in my life. Boxing, but not soccer.
Yeah, and there's another sport, if you will, that he's not playing right now, but he was doing that too, and that's boxing. So yeah, I mean, a lot going on.
No, my son don't box.
He don't?
No.
Okay. That was just you.
That was just me. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I was forced in it.
Yeah. Yeah. See, that's what happens. That's why I'm never afraid when I go out in the streets because John's good with the hands. I got my body.
I'm me and Pacquiao are the same situation. We 46. I don't know how much I could, let him go anymore, but we'll see. Pacquiao fight soon. In I think like next week, if not this week, maybe 2 weeks from now. So let's see if he still got something. Yeah, wow. I think he came off of retirement. I think he's fighting Mario Barrios. So if he gets a win, shockingly, he might excite me. I might have to hit the gym a little bit,
How old is Pacquiao now?
He's 46, bro.
Wow.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
All right, we'll see.
Crazy.
I hope it's a good fight. He don't get hurt. That's all.
That's the fact. That's all. That is a fact.
You don't need no scrambled Pacquiao. Come on, man. Let's keep it together. Shout out to Rasul Thomas in the building. Salute to you. Hey, and shout out to our brother Chop Low in the building. What up, Chop? Good to see you, my guy. All right. So, hey, man. Appreciate you guys as always. Thanks for tuning in. Please smash that like button. Shout out to everybody on X. Shout out to everybody on YouTube. Thank you for the love and support. And continue to tell all your peoples about the show. Let them know we rocking. And if they're not familiar with what we got going on, please tell them. And we'd love to have them join the squad. Thank you guys as always, man. We on the road.
Yeah, Ron loves this coffee. So
coffee. We on the road to 10K. So we appreciate all the love, man. The subscribing and hitting the likes. It's all special to us. So thank you guys for the love. All right. Shout out to infamous Knickerbocker Avenue in the building. What's good, my guy? Yo. Salute. So the funny thing, John, you know how this works, bro? We've been out together. When we go to these events, I ran right into him and I knew his face looked familiar and I did not know who he was. And like a fool, I didn't go up to him. I sent him a message after. I was like, dude, now I know who you are. I don't know why I didn't say nothing. It's so crazy.
Listen, man. It happens.
Yeah, man. You see so many different faces. Like, do I know that person? Do they know me? Am I look crazy going up to you? Like, I don't know.
It's me, Ron, still Knicks fans.
Las Mascaritos, John. No, okay. Anyway. All right. So we're going to talk a little bit about, I guess you guys all know, Knick content, how it moves. Summer League roster was officially announced today, so we know all the players. We'll talk about that once again, as far as the schedule and the roster. But before we get to that, so the Knicks are looking at different people, guys. They are it's been really interesting to see what the Knick community feels about these people. So we're going to talk about them tonight once again. And I want to get John's opinion on who he thinks, right? Because the thing is, the team is pretty much set. We don't have a lot of money. We got room for one more vet and possibly another rookie if they wanted to. But quite frankly, why would they want to? You got so many spots. There's only if they need to fill a spot, fine. But we got all these guys that we're trying to figure out how they're going to play. And there still may not be any room for our young pups from last year to play because we got 9 right now without them. So that's something to think about. And if we add another vet and it's a vet that can actually play and help us, that's 10.
Yeah.
Right there with no Huck Porty, no McCullers, no Kolick, no Dadier.
Yeah.
So
that's a good problem to have, right?
It is. No, it really is.
That's kind of what you want to see in what the Knicks do as an organization is build talent. Not only build talent, but also capture talent during the free agent market. It's like you can't have enough talent in the NBA because guys go down. Guys got to be able to fill a role and fill a spot. And, it starts with practice. That's the one good thing that I think we got going for us as Knicks fans is Mike Brown. He enjoys practice. He goes out there and makes sure his team is well prepared and is sort of part of their routine is going through walkthroughs and going through physical play in practice. So I think we're in a good position right now. Is he the best? Was he the best choice? Who knows? Right? Like it's arguable, right? Everybody has an opinion on it, but I think there's no one who can sit back and say, we made the wrong choice. It's a good choice. It's a solid choice.
Right. I think that's what it is too. And John, you know what? I'm sorry, guys, because I do want to get into the other stuff I was just talking about, but John really brought up a good point. And I think we really just need to spend a little while here for just a minute, because I hope that as fans, we can understand and appreciate the fact that Mike Brown is a legitimate good NBA coach, because I see now that the hiring has actually happened, and today it actually was official. Today, the hiring of Mike Brown is official. The signings of Jordan Clarkson and Yabusele are also official. Right. But I want people to understand, like, this is basketball, and the game don't change, right? There's different ways to play the game, but the game is what the game is. And Mike Brown is one of the better coaches in the NBA at coaching this game. He's got a very good winning record. I think his winning record might be slightly I got to double check. I don't want to say it out of turn. I think his winning record is slightly better than Tibbs, regular season wise. And his playoff record is better.
Has more experience there too. Yeah.
Yeah. So I just don't want people to think that just because he hasn't won a championship anywhere as a coach,
as a head coach,
right? As a head coach, right? That means that he won't be able to do it here. Things just have to play out. We got to see what's what, and I don't want to continue to harp on the whole thing that this is the best roster he's probably ever had to coach, but there's a lot to that, and so we got to see. If you want to compare this team to the Cleveland teams when LeBron and Shaq were there, okay, that's a little different. But if you want to compare this team to the Sacramento team that he was with for 4 years, yeah, we're a better team than that team. So let's see what he can do here. Just give him a shot. I just think that people are freaking out a little bit. little bit too much. We just need to
It's early.
Give it a minute. Give it a minute. Let's see what we got first before we go crazy. Shout out to Julian Blum in the Julian, what's going on? Jay Moss was there too. Shout out to Julian. It was good to see him in person. Always a pleasure. Shout out to Deron Wayne in the building. Good evenings. Hey, shout out to you. Thank you for being a member of the SKF Army once again. Darlene Bryan in the building. Hey, let's go.
Salute.
Salute to you, Darlene. Yuri's in the building. What up, Yuri? Thank you for being a member of the SKF Army now. Shout out to you. Shout out to Stream Elements for letting us know we got a new subscriber, Joe Edwards in the building. Appreciate you, Joe. Thank you. Shout out to APAP in the building. Appreciate you. Bagger Jones is here. Salute, Bagger. Good to see you. All right. All right, guys. So that being said, let me start off with this, John. You pretty much know the roster. And I'll name the 9 again for everybody who's listening. We got Jalen Brunson. I'll go in the proposed order of what some people think the starting lineup is going to be. We got Jalen Brunson, Mikal Bridges, OG Anunoby, Karl Anthony Towns, Mitchell Robinson, if they decide to start big.
Yeah.
Then you got Jordan Clarkson, Josh Hart, Yabusele, and
Deuce.
The Deuce McBride. So that's 9 right there, guys, and that's a solid 9, and most likely that's the 9 that's playing. Right. So anything we add is gravy. But just looking at that squad right there, John, knowing that that's most likely the 9 that's going to play, and we might go 10, which I think we will go 10. It just depends on who the vet person is, or if somebody beats that person out from the bench squad to get into the rotation. But knowing what we got, what do you think we need to add? Is there one more thing that we need to bring in from this vet person?
I mean, it's definitely someone who can. I mean, it's either going to be someone who can facilitate or someone who can shoot the ball, because Jordan Clarkson is going to be high volume shooter. Josh Hart is all energy. Deuce is sort of in between his game right now, more of a 2-guard than a 1. And Yabusele's a solid perimeter player, but he's sort of off and on throughout the season. He's not a guy who you're going to heavily rely on, but he's someone who can get buckets from time to time. He's going to be a solid contributor at the power forward position. So if they're going big, then you're looking to get some size, because if Mitchell Robinson's in the starting lineup, then you're looking to get some size, in my opinion, because I think Yabusele is 6'9"?
Yeah, 6'9",
6'10". Yeah, so you're going to have to look to get some size there. Again, you have Huck Porty on the bench, but again, if you're looking for a vet, you're probably looking for someone who's some size, or maybe a facilitator, someone who can, be more of a point guard type player.
Right. Okay. Yeah. I mean, that seems like a lot of people are feeling the same way. Maybe somebody like that who could be a facilitator, another ball handler. Obviously, the Knicks ran into a lot of problems with sloppy ball handling in the playoffs, especially in the Indiana series. But it's something that we knew plagued the Knicks going into the season. Well, what we had, it crept up in the playoffs. So yeah, that's something. I think that I feel like the Knicks need a really good 3-point shooter. I feel like the one thing that I thought they were missing, and that's why I was mad that Tibbs wasn't giving Shamet burn, is I think they needed somebody that can knock down open shots with a level of consistency. Brunson can only do so much, especially if he's getting double teamed and blitzed and the ball's coming out of his hand. Cat, obviously, we know he's an incredible shooter, but he was getting blitzed as well at certain points, trying to get him off of the 3-point line because they know that he's a threat there. So then you really relied on guys like McCall and OG to knock down the threes, and they were okay, but they weren't really consistent in these playoffs because the defense was really tough and they weren't giving people a lot of space to get shots off.
Right.
So I think it would really be helpful. And I'm not saying that's all they need. I think they should get themselves somebody who can really knock down the three. If there's anybody out there still that they can obtain on the cheap,
could always re-sign Shamet. I mean, that's always a possibility.
They could if they had nobody else, but we'll see. But let's talk about some of the people that apparently the Knicks are considering. We'll start with the first one that most people are really on the fence about. Because man, you talk about controversial, like people are like, nope, or some people like maybe, but there's a lot of no's out there.
Right.
And that would be Mr. Ben Simmons. Yeah. So now listen, I know these numbers are poo-poo. This is trash bag numbers. We're not looking at Ben Simmons for his numbers. We're looking at Ben Simmons for his potential and what he can help the team with. That's all I'm saying. He's 6'10". He still is pretty agile. He still has a level of athleticism. He's not super athletic because, he's had some back issues. He still has some athleticism to his game. The point is, he averaged 5 points, 4.7 rebounds, 5.6 assists in limited minutes, 0.7 steals, 0.5 blocks. He shot 52% from the field, which is actually phenomenal for him. But, that's like a 2-foot layup, but whatever. And he shot 72.7% from the free throw line, which I don't even know if that's real. I don't know what I'm looking at because for a guy who can't shoot, I'm surprised he shot that good. He must not have taken a lot of attempts. But either way, the point is you're talking about a guy who is still in really good shape, who can get up and down the court with, some good speed, who has good vision, has a good handle, he can take care of the ball, and still can play defense. So it's all about, could we benefit from having him? So those are the pluses there. John, what's your thoughts on Ben Simmons?
I will start by saying your best ability is availability.
That's a good place to start.
It's very, very, very much so. Like, I think if the Knicks are thinking of going in a direction where they can get a 6'10" facilitator, defender, because I think that's about all he is these days. If they're looking to go in that direction, I think there needs to be extremely high stipulations on the contract that they sign him to, meaning being sure that he's playing 60 games or more. And if he's not playing 60 games or more, or restricted to playing the second half of the season, in order to have a contract that's going to be financially comparable or status quo for an NBA player of his of what they're seemingly looking to get, right? Because the reality is spending $2-3 million on a guy like this on a veterans minimum is going to go to waste if he isn't mentally prepared to play or physically. And so that's my biggest thing right there.
No, that's a good point.
Can he? Who knows? Like, it's hard to say. I mean, how many games did he play with the Clippers last season? Do we know? Do you have those stats?
I'm going to tell you right now. I knew you were going to ask that because that's a question I would ask.
That's the deterrent, right? Like, I mean, the business is you playing, not you not playing. Like, I'm not giving a contract to someone who's going to be, holding up opportunities for other players. You know what I mean? And he's gone through 3 seasons, possibly 3 seasons, right, with the Nets.
Was it 3 or 4?
He didn't even get, or he didn't get in the court. I know there was 1 with the 76ers, and then
3 seasons with the Nets, 4 with the 76ers,
right,
and 1 last year with the Clippers. The Clippers, he only played 18 games.
Yeah, that's not enough. Like, there has to be It has to be beneficial for the Knicks to make a move like that. So there has to be heavy restrictions on
What? Let me see something.
on that money.
Something. Let me see something here. Hold on.
But again,
okay. So he basically is similar to Mitchell Robinson.
as far as what?
You know how Mitchell Robinson came back at the end of the season?
Mm-hmm.
So he came back. I mean, he played at the end of the season with the Clippers and played out.
Yeah. Yeah, but see, we have a history with Mitchell Robinson. So that to me is different, right? Because we sort of know what he brings, and we know he's not gonna make excuses not to be on that court, right? It's gonna be the complete opposite. He's gonna do his very best to get on that court. All we know right now is that Ben Simmons himself has stated that he had back injury, which caused him to not be able to physically play. And if that is completely true, then he is damaged goods, because the spine, any kind of spine injury, is very difficult to overcome. So I'm staying away. Not to mention his history of, with other teams, putting himself out there and saying he's going to play and then not play. So I can do without all of that. As for a championship run, I want it to be chemistry in the locker room as well. I don't need someone to come in and disturb that kind of chemistry. So yeah, for me, it's a no. But again, if it's the Knicks' decision, which it is, it has to come with heavy restrictions on that contract, to the point where if they can just cut their losses and waive them, and then, via contract, sign someone else to a vet minimum.
I'm not mad at it. I mean, honestly, my whole thing is I could see like the benefits of having somebody like him with his abilities, but I'm not very confident in his abilities. So, just if you be healthy enough. And the other thing too is like, we're trying to win, there's no games. Like when we need you out there, we need you out there. And if you ain't, and we're going to push you when you out there, like it don't have to be Tom Thibodeau's system to expect somebody to give their all and play that way. And Mike Brown is that type of coach. He's going to expect that too. I don't know about that. Yeah.
Whatever decision they make, I think at this point on, from this moment on, they have to run by Mike Brown. So.
Yeah. That's a good point, buddy. I don't know about that. I would have to probably, I would second guess it too.
Yeah.
See what the chat says. David Smith says, shout out to you, David Smith says no to Ben Simmons. Rasul says no Ben Simmons. Okay. Mm-hmm. I'm just seeing. Yes, Precious is already gone.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like the Knicks
weren't going to resign him.
He's not going to come back to this situation that he was in where he didn't get the playing time, and two, we can't really give him any money. So yeah, all right. I think I don't think I see anything else in reference to Ben. Before we move to the next person, let me just read. I think there's a couple. There's a super chat here, so
let's hear you rapping.
Oh my God, bro.
That's not gonna work.
Thank you for the generous super chat. All right. Okay. It's the cherry bomber covered in bulletproof. Oh wait, no, that's not what you wanted, right? Sorry. No, my bad. I'm not rapping this, bro. I'll read it for you. You my guy. He said, so yo, Ron's in the city. He's repping the Knicks, dribbling through the streets, got the crowd in the fix. John's on the court. Yay, setting the tone. Pass it to the squad in the Madison zone. Why am I still rapping it, even though I said I wasn't going
Yeah.
in the game?
Couldn't help yourself.
Ron and John, they're the heart of the dawn. Blue and orange got the fans going strong. New York Knicks, yo, we're carrying on. All right. Ron's got the hustle. He's sharp like a pawn. John's dropping dime till the break of morn. At the Garden Day Shine, where the legends are born, Knicks run the floor, leave the rivals forlorn. And that's a forlorn. How many people know what that means, bro? I mean, I do. But, all right, hold on. Let me keep going. In the streets of New York, where the dreams never stop, Ron and John rise, taking shots to the top. Knicks fans unite, the courts to the lawn, blue and orange forever. We're the city's new dawn.
Definitely sounds 85-ish. At least the way you put it out there.
Yeah. Maybe we need Jay Boogie or somebody to spit these bars. Like
your cadence was definitely 85.
Yeah.
Bismarcky
anyway.
flow.
Yeah. Sorry, my guys. Shout out to Andrew Ayers in the building. Salute. Appreciate you. Organic Fanatics Show. Shout out to my people. Ooh, 2 shots. Machete and the new Knicks. What's good? Appreciate you guys. Coach Malpica in the building said he is watching from work, but he's still watching. So appreciate you, Coach. Thank you. All right. So let's get to the next. Damn it, freaking Crim's dad can maybe do that, man. Jesus Christ.
The hip, the hop, the hippity hip hop. Don't stop.
All right, what else we got? Okay, so next up, I believe that's me. Hey, represent for. Okay, see, now you got me all in my rap bag. Next person up is Marcus Smart. Yes, apparently per Ian Begley, the Knicks have interest in Marcus Smart. Apparently, the interest might go both ways. This is if Marcus Smart gets bought out, which looks like there's a high chance it will. He was recently traded not too long ago. And so, yeah, this could be something. Like, I get it, but my feeling personally about Marcus Smart is that he's not the same Marcus Smart that he used to be. And the biggest key for his game is his defensive intensity. And I don't feel like he's the dog that he used to be anymore when it comes to that. And so this is the same thing I used to say about Patrick Beverley. And now Patrick Beverley's out the league. At some point, when you're not the dog that you were on defense, and you already know that he's offensively challenged, Patrick Beverley wasn't the greatest shooter. And I do want to say shout out and respect to Patrick Beverley, because I did see the story about how he used to get buckets back in high school and college, and he changed his game so that he could fit into the NBA, and he became more of a defender and stopped scoring. And in essence, it affected his scoring, and he was never the same type of scorer again. So shout out to him for doing that, to do what's best to be an NBA player and what's best for a team. But, I'm just saying, at a certain point, when your skills or your level of intensity starts to diminish, the other stuff is still there. Like, when you're a bad shooter, you're a bad shooter. That's still there. So now your defensive intensity is not there. You're not getting it. You're not a dog like that. I don't like it. So that's why I didn't like Patrick Beverley when the Knicks were talking about him 2 years ago. And that's the reason why I don't necessarily love Marcus Smart right now. I'll read the numbers. I didn't read Ben Simmons' numbers because I just, But Marcus Smart, 9 points per game, 2.1 rebounds, 3.2 assists, 1.1 steals, 0.3 blocks, 39.3 from the field. That is atrocious. You guys saw me getting on quickly the other day because his field goal percentage was 41%. 39.3 is nasty work. 34.8 from three, not too bad. He's always been a marginal 3-point shooter. And then 76.1 from the free throw line. What's your thoughts on Marcus Smart, John?
I think a guy like Marcus Smart, if he were to get bought out, and to be honest, I really do think he's staying with the Wizards. I think they're gonna, at least for the first half of the season, just because I see them. They brought over CJ McCollum. They got a couple of vets there. So I'll be surprised if they trade or they waive him before the season begins. I'm expecting him to play out at least half the season before they look to find trade options for him. I think he could be, depending on the situation, now that he's looking to play with a fellow vet, someone like CJ McCollum, who's more of a less ball hoggish, I'd just say. Like he's a guy who plays the game the right way. He gets up his shots, but he does facilitate as well. He shares the ball. I think that could be a potentially good marriage there, or combination, I should say, of players at the 1 and the 2, which will help his stock rise. You know what I mean? So I don't see him leaving. I don't see them waiving him unless there's an issue that I don't foresee. And if there is for the Knicks, I think the same thing. He would see minutes. He will see really, solid minutes with the Knicks coming off the bench. But at that point, then Deuce becomes, someone who becomes, it's like you're doubling it up on a Deuce, right? And I think Deuce right now shoots it better and is probably in his prime more so than Marcus Smart. I think Marcus is like 30, 32, something like that, or between the two.
He's 31.
31. Okay, so yeah, so like someone like Marcus, he should be playing the best basketball of his career right now. But he was in a situation where, Memphis Grizzlies didn't have all their pieces, right? So they were injured the year before.
He was
right?
injured. He was dealing with.
He was injured as well. So,
and
I think, it plays a part, man.
I would say, John, you know what? Maybe I was a little after thinking about it and kind of looking at his, history. Maybe I was a little too harsh. Maybe he's not. Maybe he can still add something because he only played this 2024-25 season. He only played 34 games.
Right.
So definitely dealing with injury. And then 2023-24, he played 20 games dealing with injury.
So that's multiple years of injury.
So that's a couple years though. But prior to that, 61, 71, 48, 60, 80, 54, 79, 61, 60.
He was a solid player with Boston.
Solid, yeah.
Boston
and then the other thing that I find interesting too is the 20 games that he did play, obviously before he got really hurt with Memphis, he was averaging 14.5 points, 2.1 steals, 4.3 assists. He was shooting 76% from the line, and he was shooting 43% from the field. He was he was impactful for what he was doing for them. And the 2.1 steals is very interesting a game, bro. So if he came to the Knicks and say he's healthy, I could see that being very disruptive off the bench.
Yeah, but then you're not playing Deuce and Smart, right? Now when you got Jordan Clarkson, like you're not going fully small at that point.
No, I agree. And I know people aren't thinking about this. Maybe I'm the only one thinking this. Some people are saying Mitch is going to be in the starting lineup, right? Like that's going to be the lineup that they go with. We don't know that. This is Mike Brown's team, not Tom Thibodeau's team. Yeah. So we don't know if he likes that lineup. So then others are saying, well, Jordan Clarkson most likely will be the starting 2 guard because he's a natural 2 guard. I thought in my mind, I would start Deuce. I would keep Cat at the 5, OG at the 4, McCall at the 3. I would start Deuce at the 2, and Brunson will be the point guard. And that would allow Hart and Clarkson, who have played together multiple times with the Lakers, have good camaraderie together. I would like them to kind of run that second unit with, whoever else, Yabusele, or if they get another vet. I think, and if Marcus Smart was here, I could see them having those 3. Like Josh Hart can definitely play the small forward. He'll be undersized, but we know he's always played undersized no matter where he's at.
So but he commits to the 3 because he's always speaking about he's a 3, not a 4.
Yeah. So then you're talking about coming off the bench, Marcus Smart, Clarkson, Josh Hart, Yabusele, and whoever who did we talk about before? I forgot who.
It will be Mitch Robinson if you pick him off the starting lineup. Yeah. I mean, that's a possibility too. I just feel like you get the same kind of player with Deuce and Smart, and so Like
I agree. We always said that. We always thought Deuce was like a baby.
that was his comp, though, right?
Yeah,
That was his comp when coming in. So yeah, I mean, we'll see. We'll see how it goes, man. I just don't. I really don't see the Wizards waiving him. I'll be surprised if they, especially if he's healthy. If he's not healthy, then I could see it. Then at that point, you're looking at damaged goods, and should you take a flyer on damaged goods at the vet minimum? Maybe, possibly. But you don't want to go into the season needing a player like a Smart to be impactful, and you knowing that coming into the season they'll start off the season injured or with some ailing issues. So I don't know. That's kind of like depending on his health for me.
Right. That's fair. That's fair. Let me see. Is there any big Smart fans out there? David Smith says Marcus Smart is a Gerson Rosas type of player. Okay. Shout out to Fritz Alcindor in the building, the NBA Economy Show, as well as the Nick of Time Show. Appreciate you, Fritz, as always. He says, subscribe. We're 10 away from 6,000. Woo!
Love that. Love that.
Yeah, make it happen, y'all. That's another guy. Shout out to Rasul. He said coffee. Coffee's another dude. I don't think I have anything for coffee. Let me see if I can put something together real quick. But so, all right. And then let's get to the next person. So this person is probably the person that is starting to really warm people's hearts. Like ever since his name got caught up, now everybody's talking about him.
Right. Bradley Beal.
I can't front. It's sexy. Okay. It is sexy because it takes you to another level, but it also shows you what you're not going to be doing because Bradley Beal don't play no defense. So this is just another person who's not going to be playing no defense. So you definitely going to have to outscore your opponents. But Bradley Beal.
Yeah, go ahead. I'll wait.
17 points per game, 3.3 rebounds, 3.7 assists, 1.1 steals, which is not too bad. He's, does a little something. 0.5 blocks, shot 49.7% from the field, almost 50%, shot 38.6 from three, and 80% from the free throw line. That's not too shabby to have this guy. And I don't know if he would come off the bench. If we got him, I think they'd probably make him the starting shooting guard. But that's not too shabby. What's your thoughts on him? Go ahead, John.
Yeah. The problem with having Beal come here is he's a guy who needs the ball in his hands. And so now you're playing Brunson off ball, and Bradley Beal is not a willing passer. He's a volume shooter. And so, what do you do there? You know what I mean? Like, are you planning? There's really no place where you can plan to shift the way in which we are highlighting Brunson as our main player, right? Because he is the Knick that we've been wanting for years. He is the point guard that we've been asking for in New York. Now, many people said in the 70s that the same was said about Walt Frazier and Earl the Pearl, but that was a different time. I think this new NBA, the way it's currently played, it's a very high perimeter shooting game, right? It's like you shoot threes at volume. Bradley Beal's not a volume 3-point shooter, at least from what I could tell. I'm not even looking at stats. He's more of a mid-range type of player. And then you got Jalen Brunson, who can do a little bit of everything and is a high volume 3-point shooter, and so is Cat. And so to move away from that, to ask someone to come in and play a role like a two guard, he doesn't really fit on the defensive side of the ball either, and has a history of injuries. It's hard to say that we're going to pay someone like that. I think he's also still looking for a paycheck, like a decent, contract. So I don't even know if it's within our cards to do so unless we get rid of some of our valued players. So that's what I stand. I don't think it's a good fit, personally.
That's. I mean, listen, there's something to it. There's something to it, and that's a good point. That is a good point. Now, and we don't know what the plans are. If the Knicks are really want to be a 5-out offense, then Bradley Beal is perfect for that. If that's what they really want to do, but we don't know if that's what they want to do. Mike Brown might have a different idea, and Mike Brown's more of an offensive coach these days anyway, so he may not need to have a 5-out offense to execute what he needs to get going out there. So it's interesting. And once again, shout out to the infamous Knickerbocker Ave in the building. Just for everybody that doesn't know where he's at, he's on Nixon-ish on Fridays at 8 p.m. on YouTube, and he hosts his Spaces on X on Wednesday nights. Appreciate you, my guy. Interesting. Randu says, I will start Yabu at the 4, which would put OG at the 3. Then you got Cat Bridges if he's still here, and Brunson. I saw some people talking about starting Yabusele too. I mean, it's not like he can't be a starter. He shoots well enough.
He won't hurt you.
Yeah,
right.
He doesn't hurt you. So that's another way to have the 5-out offense as well, because he shoots around 39-40% from 3.
Yeah,
so,
I wouldn't mind that, actually, just because you get a little bit more brute strength to go along. You don't get any rim protection with him, but he could stay in games when you do a swap for Cat and Mitchell Robinson and still have a 3-point threat.
This is a tricky time, man. I don't know which way the Knicks are leaning, man. They got a lot of different things they can look at here. And so the person that I would like, I always felt like he would be a Knick at one point. It was never in the cards for whatever reason. Of course, as Knick fans, we wanted his brother, but that never happened. Let me see. This thing is taking forever to load. But that is Seth Curry. Because as I said, I think the Knicks need somebody who can knock it down. You know what I mean? And, I think if they get somebody like that who can come off the bench and just knock it down, you can play him with the starters when you need the mix. You run different lineups. Even you can have a defensive lineup, but you got that one guy who, if you leave him open in the corner, you're going to get burned. I think Seth Curry is that type of guy that it's somebody to consider, because I'm just I feel a little suspect about the Knicks' ability to have a consistent 3-point shooter. He averaged 6.5 points, 1.7 rebounds, 0.9 assists, 0.4 steals, 0.1 blocks. The ancillary stats are not there for Seth Curry. He's there for one thing and one thing only. He shot 47.8 from the field. He shot 45.6% from 3, and he shot 84.6 from the free throw line. He's just a sniper. So that's something that, if they feel they want, he's one of those guys they should think about going to get, because a lot of the snipers are not there anymore. What's his face just signed the deal with San Antonio today. What's his name? The chat got me.
Yeah, I don't know.
Luke something?
Kennard?
Luke Kennard. Yeah, he just signed a 4-year deal with San Antonio.
Oh, interesting.
San Antonio, quiet as kept.
They got a nice squad. They got a lot of good young talent.
Yeah.
New coach and everything.
Shout out to James Bond. He says Seth is washed. Yeah. Hey, I mean, listen, he does one thing, and I only want him on the Knicks for that one thing that he does.
Yeah. But that's what's funny is that I feel like Shamet gives you the same thing Seth would, but with a little bit more intensity on the defensive side.
That's what I would look to too. The only thing about Shamet is that I just don't know if Shamet will want to come back here for the money
after. Yeah, true.
Yeah, because it's a different. So the thing is, you say, well, it's a different coach, so maybe he'll feel like, he'll have a chance to contribute with Mike Brown.
He'll more than likely play, right? You never know.
That's what we would think, but then again, I don't know. Maybe Shamet knows Mike Brown. from
That's
different
true.
circles. Maybe he
Right.
knows, I'm not going to get a lot of burn with Mike Brown either. You
Right.
just never know, right? But either way, I just think I would love to have Shamet back, because I think the other thing about Shamet too is Shamet. I just talked about Curry shooting 45% from three. Shamet could shoot around that too, because remember, he shot terrible the first couple months of the season. I mean, when he got back from being injured, but towards the last month and a half, he was lights out. He brought his overall 3-point shooting up to 40 and a half. So you can imagine he was shooting like 43, 44% in that second half of the season.
Right.
So he definitely can do the same thing and give you probably much better defense and effort. So I agree with you on that.
It's the effort side, yeah, for sure. Even though he's still light and he's only like what, 6? Is he 6'5" or is he 6'3"?
No,
he might be
I think Shamet is 6'5",
5, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so he gives you a little bit more height than Seth. I think Seth is like 6'3". It's kind of him and Steph are like the same height.
Yeah, I think he is. But yeah, I mean that's someone to look at. He's definitely somebody to think about if they want to go there. The Knicks they have some choices to fill out that last vet spot with whatever they think they need. I don't know what that's going to be, but at least they have some options.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not mad at folks even looking at a 6'7", wing player either. Like what's the kid Coffee? Like I'm not mad at that either. Like you know what I mean? Just you overall get better depth and size. You know what I mean? And helps defensively, and someone who can knock it down from three. That's a win. You know what I mean? You don't necessarily have to go look for a guy who's 6'10". You know what I mean? But someone like Coffee can contribute if you really want to go with a deep roster, and Mike Brown would then have the opportunity to mix and match and also play a faster tempo, because now he knows that it's kind of like anyone who he puts in for as a replacement is going to still bring in that, have enough talent to bring it, when they need it. So.
Right. That's true. And listen, someone like Amir Coffee is not a bad pickup by any means either. He does give you, he's an NBA player who knows how to play in the NBA. He's kind of one-dimensional too. Like, the ancillary stats aren't really in his favor, but he's a pretty solid. He's 6'7" and can do a couple things. So he's not he wouldn't be a bad pickup. The only thing I look at is that, I feel like he takes away from the opportunity for somebody like McCullough or for Dadier to contribute to the team. They're not,
but he's polished.
That's the thing. They may not be as polished as Coffee is.
Right.
So,
how many years has Coffee played in the league?
Coffee has been in the league 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 years.
Yeah, so he's ready. This is like, this is kind of like when PJ Washington that came from Charlotte.
Mm-hmm.
And
what I mean? To take that next step.
The next step. Yeah. Mm-hmm. He's kind of in that realm right now. You know what I mean? And with the right fit, with the right team, he could possibly, you know what I mean? Because he got the tools. You know what I mean? He was a solid college player. And so, given the years in the NBA, now he understands who he probably truly is, already has defined his game. And, the physicality of the game, you really start to get it after 4 years in the league. So,
no, that's true. Shout out to Shaw Powers in the building. Salute. What's going on, Shaw? Knicks Real Talk is in the building. Salute, my brother. Shout out to Tori B in the building. Ron and John. Let's go, Tori. Good to see you. I think I already gave him love, but he wasn't here for it. Shout out to D-Rex. Once again, D-Rex, appreciate everything you did for the Knicks Twitter. The camera work, phenomenal. The slow motion work.
Yeah, that was
good job,
epic.
Good job. Let me see. Just want to see if there was anybody that popped in. No Cap Life's analyst is in the building. What's going on? Appreciate you. He says we need a guy that competes and plays with an edge that actually gets minutes. This team lacks a certain amount of toughness that I normally prefer.
I can agree with that.
That's a
I
good
can agree with that. Yeah. Because Jordan Clarkson doesn't swing the pendulum in that direction either, like as far as grittiness. But I'll give him credit. He does throw his hands if need be.
Yes. No, Jordan has definitely
I've seen that. I've seen that. I've seen that.
And shout out to Jordan Clarkson too, because some of my brethren hit me up and told me that, you know, he does have a big contingent that's going to start loving watching Knicks games because, you know, he is Filipino descent.
Filipino.
Yeah. So shout out to the Filipinos out there. Appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for the support you'll give still Knicks fans.
Absolutely. And they're gonna be heavy in the garden, you know.
Yeah. Shout out to Anthony D in the building. What up, Anthony? Good to see you. Salute. Dripmore in the building. The preferred barber of still Knicks fans and the Knicks community is here. Let's go.
Salute.
What up, Dripmore? What the did you hear me break
that
down
earlier?
how we mixed Twitter day? What
We even show the video from Dunkosaurus, right?
I even put a video up there. Come on, man.
Rewind.
Yeah. Jesus Christ. But one last one, and then I'll just put up the summer league roster and the schedule once again for everybody so we know. And keep in mind, guys, Knicks Summer League starts this Friday versus Detroit, I believe at 6 p.m. on the NBA network or NBA TV, whatever you want to call it. All right, so who is this last person? Oh, this is who we were talking about. Sorry, I almost forgot. I wanted to put something up so we could talk about it, but as you guys know,
coffee?
It's coffee. Yeah. Things work a little slow here.
Throw it up there. You can see the stats.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, the stats, you know, he is what it is. He's not one-dimensional, but I think because the Clippers had a really good basketball team this year, guys. They had a lot of players over there.
What was his games per minute this year?
Let me see. What was his minutes? He played 24 minutes. Mm-hmm. He played 72 games. He started 13 of the games.
Yeah, that's
24 minutes.
That's what I'm saying. It reminds me of a PJ Washington when he's kind of ready for a breakout season. Like he's primed for something like, you know, potentially 6-man if you know, given the circumstances and given the opportunity to play his game. You know, that's the one thing you could say about certain players in the NBA. Once they find their game, they could be, you know, elite scorers. You know what I mean? Like depending on the situation they find themselves in. You know, who was another one that kind of found his way recently and was kind of a journey man type player. Played with what was his name? I don't know who am I? I'm drawing a blank. I think he played with Portland too. What is his name?
Wow.
Did he play for the Clippers this year? It was Harden. Man, what is his name? It's gonna come to me right when we end this.
I'm drawing a blank. Normally it would pop in my head whenever I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah. I gotta look at rosters just to see.
That's okay. It'll come to you. Oh, and I think I don't know, guys. You guys correct me if I'm wrong. I think the press conference is tomorrow. I saw something about 2:30 p.m., but then somebody mentioned to me, I think it was Walter, said they saw something about noon. I don't know what time it's starting actually. So you guys can let me know if you know. Because all I saw was 2:30, and I could be wrong. By the time you took 2:30, it'd be over.
I got the name Norman Powell.
Norman Powell. He just got traded today, actually.
Did he? Okay.
Norman Powell got traded for what's his face from Utah, who used to be with the Hawks. No, the power forward dude, the big dude who used to shoot threes with the Hawks.
Oh yeah, okay.
I can't remember his name now.
The high flyer.
Yeah, don't get old, guys. John Collins. Yeah. Thank you.
John Collins, right?
appreciate the chat, man. You guys are where it's at.
Yeah.
HRM, appreciate you, my guy. All right, so this is Amir Coffey's numbers: 9.7 points, 2.2 rebounds, 1.1 assists, 0.6 steals, 0.1 block, shot 47% from the field, 40.9 from three, almost 41% from three,
Which
and
I like.
89%, almost 90% from the free throw line. I like that.
Gotta like that. That's what I'm saying.
And the other thing about the threes, he took almost 4 threes a game, so that's legit.
Yeah,
I like it. It's not bad.
It's a really solid pickup if they can get him for, a good contract.
Oh, Tori says I'm too late, Ron. Oh, wait, I don't know.
Is he signed? Did he
Oh,
get picked up?
damn it.
Because that's a possibility too. Like guys like that ain't gonna stick around.
Could be. All right. Well, it is what it is. It is what it is. It's okay. Let me get this off the screen. All right. Let me put up the little roster action. Boom. There we go. Let me, is this blocking anything? It is blocking one thing. Let me move this off the screen. All right. So I know it's kind of small, guys, but this is how they dropped it. So first off, the schedule on the right. Knicks got 4 games: July 11th at Detroit, which is Friday at 6 p.m. on NBA TV. July 13th, which is Sunday at Boston, 5:30 p.m. On NBA TV. Then July 15th, which is Tuesday at 6 p.m. on ESPN2 versus Brooklyn. And then July 17th versus Indiana, which is Thursday, next Thursday at 4:30 p.m. on ESPN2. And then on the left, or however you're looking at it, the list of players that will be in the NBA Summer League on the New York Knicks roster is Pacome Dadier, Kevin McCullough Jr., Tyler Kolek, Marjan Beauchamp, Uday
Baba. About Beauchamp. No one talks about it.
Beauchamp's going to be there. Baba is going to be there. Tokyo Drift is in the building, folks. The Baba Boo. Anton Watson is in the building. Jamal Bay will be playing. Bilwali Boyles, or is that Bales? My fault. I think it's Bales. Bilwali Bales. Dink Pate. We talked about him. He's got some. He's got some good game. Still got to work on the shot a little bit, but very skilled as far as other aspects. And he's a dog. Jaden Campbell will be playing. Devon Grant. Nick Jourdain. Luka Skuka, the 6'10". I think he's from
Slovenia. Oh, Slovenian.
He's Slovenia. Yeah, correct. He's got a pretty good game. I'm going to show highlights of Luka Skuka in a minute. Lance Ware, who actually went to Villanova high school, and guess who his coach was at the time? That's right, Rick Brunson.
Nice.
Interesting. He played most recently for John Calipari. So he's interesting. He's a 7-footer. Kind of on he's the 7-foot linky type center guy.
Yeah, thin frame.
Right. Then you got James Nagy, who we're very interested to see. And then Mohamed Diawara, we're all interested to see him and what he looks like out there. And Ariel Hukporti. Not for nothing, this might be the best summer league squad the Knicks have ever had.
Yeah, they heavy guard though, right? That's kind of heavy guards.
No, because you got Hukporti, Ware, Skuka.
No, meaning like there's some competition on the guard side. Like there's a lot. All these guys are playing.
Yeah, there's a lot of guards. Yeah. A lot of guards. And a lot of guards that you actually want to see.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So, like I'll be surprised if you even see Dink Pate.
Oh, something tells me we're gonna see Dink Pate.
You think so?
Dink Pate is the type he ain't gonna stay quiet on that bench. He gonna let coach know, get me in there. Oh, and by the way, the coach, it says it right here, is Jordan Brink. I don't know much about Jordan Brink, so we're gonna find out about him.
Is he the Brink that does like all of the like he's kind of like a specialist, like a trainer?
I don't know. Maybe he is
basketball trainer.
Well, I gotta do my Googleo. I gotta find out about Mr. Jordan Brink. Yeah.
Jordan Brink.
Interesting. All right. Well, yeah. So that's interesting, guys. We got an interesting squad. I'm really excited. I know a lot of y'all are excited. Y'all want to see basketball. I get it. The Dorkosaurus Rex, D-Rex is dying over here. He says this is going to be the longest week of his life, waiting to get to the summer league. I think this should be pretty entertaining, man. I think they should be able to do some interesting things. Shout out to Miguel P in the building. Thank you for being a member of the SKF Army. Salute to you, my guy. Lucas Skuka is a fire name. Yeah, Lucas Skuka. I like that name. Yeah, he's interesting. Hold on, do I got it right here? Lucas Skuka. Yeah, here he is. All right. Hold on. Let me put this highlights up real quick before we get out of here. Take a quick look at Lucas Skuka. Listen, the worst thing about Summer League, though, is all these guys, and not everybody's going to have a real good chance to play. So there might be the guy you're looking for. I want to see him, and you don't get to really see him. So we'll see.
Yeah.
Hopefully, though. All right. Let's check out Lucas Skuka. Mm-hmm. Okay. Here he is. Oh, we throwing lobs? Okay.
It's a give and go, too. He swung it, and then, athletic gets out there. Oh, compared to the rock.
Oh, no, don't jump. Don't jump. Oh, sorry.
Okay. Okay. He got a little Dirk in him.
Ooh, get it out of here. Little midi. All right. Oh, he's confident. I like it.
Yeah.
Oh,
no hesitation.
I love the mid-range.
No hesitation.
Little back up, post up all the way.
Okay.
Ooh, okay. What we got here, folks?
Look at that.
We
got a little hidden gem over here, huh?
Don't let us get one of them guys that you find on the Denver Nuggets.
That's a fact.
We'll put back. Okay. All right. Oh, I like he's not afraid to shoot. This guy, he might be interesting.
Not for nothing. This highlights package is something.
Yeah, I'm just saying, okay.
This is a tough highlight package right now.
Yeah, all right, Lucas Skuka.
Like, how were you not drafted #1?
I know. Man, how are you not in the mix here?
It's facts.
Especially with all the Europeans and stuff that got drafted in this draft.
Word up. How old is this kid?
We're about to find out. I'm gonna check
look. Get that good fake. Pull up. Midi.
Oh.
Anchor pass. Gets up for D. Look at that defense. And how tall is this kid? 6'10"?
6'10".
Wow. He looked better than Gallinari.
Right? Is it still going or did it repeat?
I can't tell you if it repeated.
There it goes. All right. Yeah. Man. Hey, not too shabby, Lucas Skuka. He is 6'10", 2002. So he's 23.
Wow. That's wild. What draft pick? Was he a draft pick? Second rounder? Like a grab and stash type of player?
I don't know. On what I'm looking at, it doesn't tell me. Interesting.
It's good solid highlight.
I don't remember hearing his name ever.
Right.
So I don't know where he came from, to be honest. Lucas Skuka. Something I got to do a little research on. Now I'm intrigued. All right. Okay. Well, something to look forward to, guys. Like I said, they got some guys that might be a little interesting.
Right.
And we love guys named Luka. Luka's a ballers, bro.
Yeah, man. He's got the Dirk Nowitzki frame too. 6'10". Dirk was what, 7 feet?
David Smith's hilarious.
Luka Giannis.
Yes, bro. The Summer League roster excites you. Have you seen Knicks Summer League rosters in the past? Yes, this is actually an exciting Summer League roster, bro. You got 4 guys on the Summer League that we wanted to play for the team.
Yeah. And they won it last year, didn't they? The Knicks?
No, Knicks didn't win.
They didn't win it? Okay.
They lost one game, and when you lose one game, you're pretty much out of it.
You're out.
Yeah. I think they won their first 3, something like that. They had a decent squad though. Yeah, it is what it is, guys. That's what it is.
Everyone in Slovenia is named Luka.
yeah. It's listen. It is what it is.
It's like in Puerto Rico, everyone's name is Jose.
Jose or Juan. Maybe you get a Juan too.
You get a Juan too.
Yeah. Yeah, but guys, so that's what it is, man. It should be pretty interesting. I think listen, it's basketball, right? And if you're a fan of basketball, you're looking forward to watching it. Wow, look at that. I was just double checking, man. We had 5,999 subscribers, one away from
out of here. Oh, we got to stay on until we get one more.
Yeah, and guess what? As I'm looking at it, I refreshed it. Now we got 5,998. Thanks, whoever that was that left.
We need 2 more. No. Oh, it went from 1 subscriber to not.
Yeah, I'm like, damn, come on, people. What we doing here?
They didn't like Luka.
He must have he said, no, I don't like this Luka guy. Get out of here. Sheesh. Well, all right. So this is what I'll do. I'll look, Walter from San Diego. I just subscribed. Appreciate you, Walter. Let's see if that changed the number. Oh, yes, sir. 6,000 subscribers, folks.
All right, you know what to do. Hit that button.
Oh, man. You already know, baby.
Bro,
in there.
Calls for a giveaway. That definitely.
Yes. It might be time. Y'all might have lit it up one time for the giveaways. Appreciate you guys, man. Thank you so much. Let me make this official. Hold on. Gotta do it the right way here. Hold on. Apologize. Gotta make it official. 1 second. Wow. One person left again.
Oh yeah.
No, it's still 6,000. It was 6,001, but one person didn't bounce.
They're playing with our feelings, man.
Appreciate y'all, bro. Thank you for doing it and being a part of it. But look at that. All right, let me
didn't promise next season tickets. Yeah, Ron, I didn't know they're getting you like that. You must have the ill sponsor.
Nah, B. I don't know what. I ain't got it like that, B. Nah, bro. No way. All right, here we go. Let me just pop that up real quick for y'all, just to make it official tissue. You know what I mean? To show the love.
For season tickets. Yeah, man. I was like, yo, you must have got the Capital One sponsorship, and I didn't know about it.
Hey, there we go. Appreciate you guys. Thank you for the 6,000 subs. Thanks for all the support on the road to 10K. Appreciate y'all, man. Thank you so much.
Dope. That's awesome.
That is fire. Appreciate you guys. Man, John, 4 years ago, who would have guessed it?
Yeah. Listen, we above 1,000 per year. Look at that.
That's the way to go, man. That's how we got to do it. That's the way. And thanks to everybody, in the chat. Appreciate you guys once again for always supporting and rocking. You know what I mean? Appreciate y'all, man. Kareem Grant in the building. What up, Kareem? Appreciate you, my guy. Thank you for being a member of the SKF Army too. Shout out to you, Anthony D. Thanks, bro. Thanks, Bagger. Man, I thought you already been subscribed. You've been here, Bagger. Come on, you know what you did. You should have been subscribed, bro.
He's trying to get that giveaway, man.
Yeah. All right. So yeah, that means we gotta get right for another giveaway. Okay, coming soon.
Yeah.
I'll work on some stuff behind the scenes. We'll figure out what we can do. But appreciate you guys, man. Thank you once again for all the support and all the love. Great show once again, man. John, final words, my guy.
Man, it's always a pleasure being here with you, Ron, and with all of you tuning in and watching us. Appreciate you all. Stay safe, stay good, stay cool, because it's hot out there. You know, we're in summer weather right now. So, you know what I mean? Do your best to stay cool and stay healthy, man. And looking forward to the next one, man. I'm out of here.
There you go, man. Listen, hey, I just want to say once again, shout out to the people over at Knicks Twitter. Knicks Twitter Day was fantastic. It was a fun experience. Appreciate everything that was done that day, and I hope they continue to do stuff like that. And I'm going to talk to my fellow YouTube content creators. Maybe we can't do something like that, but maybe we can do something like a Knicks YouTube barbecue or something, you know? Well, you can do our own thing, you know, something cool where we can all get together, and then everybody else can come. Knicks fans can come as well. But we have to figure out how to go about doing that the right way. So something to think about. But anyway, once again, guys, thank you for the love and support of helping the channel get to where it is and continue to grow. Continue to support us, and we will continue to keep giving you guys the best type of content we can. Looking forward to another great off season and another great season, summer league, Knicks season, all of the good stuff, and possibly being down the Canyon of Heroes with my fellow Knicks fans supporting and cheering on a championship if we can get
That's
there.
right. Can't wait for that.
Yeah, man, that would be dope. But anyway, guys, tell a friend who tells a friend who tells another friend. Still Knicks fans, we'll be back again, whether it be on Monday nights at 9 p.m. for SKF Weekly with myself, my brother John, and my brother Jose. Stay tuned. Look for him back next week. Or on Saturdays for Know the Ledge at 11:30-ish. I know this Saturday, you know, I had a lot of stuff to do. Calm down. As I help talk y'all off the ledge and we get into some really good panel conversations. And hopefully, although I'm a little worried because I thought everything was set for this Wednesday for the State of the Game show about the New York Giants. I'm not sure yet. Until I get the confirmation of my special guest, I can't say anything else. But hopefully this Wednesday will be a special show about the New York Giants on State of the Game. So tune into that. If you'll see the thumbnail when it's out, if it's going on.
Let's keep crossing our fingers for Carl Banks, man. It's not Carl.
Listen,
put it out there.
Yeah, you never know. Put it.
You never know.
We'll see. But yeah, man. Thank you guys once again. Hey, as I always say, the good, the bad, the ups, the downs, no matter what. Even though we gotta wait till Friday for the summer league, we are still Knicks fans, baby. Be good, and if you can't be good, you know what? Be good at it. That's right. Yeah,
that's right.
I know you guys said it when I did that. I know. I can hear y'all saying it in the background. Anyway, all right, y'all. Take care. We'll catch you on the next one. Have a good night. Latest.
New York Knicks. First. Go Knicks.
We can finally, start playing, man. So much talk this whole summer. It's felt like so long because we've had so much to talk about. At times it was been kind of slow, but we've been talking, right? But we've actually had a really good off season for this New York Knicks team, and it's been very active. There's been a lot of stuff going on.
Yeah, Knicks family, we in the building. I am the Objective Fan from the Objective Knicks Fan channel. And I'm going to give a big salute to Ron and John from Still Knicks Fans.
What's going on, guys?
Hey, Knicks family, I'm Stephanie, a.k.a. Blood Sweat Sports. We are still Knicks.
What's going on, everybody? It's your girl, Lady and the Chef, from Two Knicks Chicks Podcast. Still a Knicks fan.
What's good, party people in the place to be? It's your main man.
What's up, everybody? This is Steve Lodge 21 at Two Knicks Chicks Podcast, and I'm still a Knicks fan.
Yo, this is your boy Sim from Nothing But Knicks. Through all the struggles, through all the heartache and pain, ladies and gentlemen, I am still a Knicks fan.
Peace, y'all. This is Apollo Reed from the Garden Knicks crew. And I don't know about y'all, but I'm still a Knicks fan.
I'm still here. We're still here. Still Knicks fans. It's a fandom. It's a lifestyle.